So it's been a tough year and tough in California. We've had fires, there's been lockdowns, businesses are going out. It's pretty hard on everyone. A lot of people went homeless, so I'm sure it's pretty hard on the homeless. To help this year, because I've never done this before, I'm donating some food in the back. We got some water supplies, some containers to put the pizza in. This won't help them long term, but hopefully this will help them survive another day. It'll give them hot food, some water, and hopefully this video will help document the growing problem of homelessness in California. Stockton Boulevard is known for many things like good food, boba, and horrible roads. Now it is a home to the homeless. Take a look in the top right at the image from February 2020. This is what transpired in only 10 months. The area is littered with debris, paraphernalia, and concerning behavior. An individual was even seen bathing naked in broad daylight with seemingly no regard of the public's view. Motor vehicles such as motorcycles, sedans, RVs, and even a limo can be seen. While the local government continues to offer help, nearby business owners worry about the potential drug use and how the presence of such a big homeless camp could drive away what little business is left. This camp is northbound on Fruit Ridge and Stockton Boulevard. It is located right behind and in view of West Campus High School. ABC 10 reported in September that these homeless individuals were to be displaced into permanent housing with the help of Project Home Key. While the state has its hands tied with keeping ICU rates down, seemingly the rate of homelessness continues to rise.
A pattern interrupt to what we see out on the streets and sidewalks, and I am not naive because I see exactly what you see. I'm not naive because I see exactly what you see, because I see exactly what you see.
This woman either showcases the mental illness that pervades the homeless community, is picky about her food, prideful, or a combination of all. She was cognizant enough to yell and ask why I didn't wear yellow to match. Whatever that means. These people were really nice. There was one lady in the tent, however, so I went back to give her food. A gentleman shows up and gives them clothes. This is on Broadway under 99. It is just absolutely disgusting. I don't know if all of that belongs to that one gentleman. It looks like there was two tents. And then there's this one guy who's got nothing. The fuck? This gentleman was sleeping in front of a church on 28th and S. Very interesting. I told this gentleman the food needs to be eaten immediately. And so what does he do? He's just chilling, eating. This area used to be really interesting. It was filled with state workers. This is really empty around February 2020. That side only has one person. Now you can see on the left side, it is just filled. I mean, these people have stuff coming towards the street. There's only a few cars passing by. Mainly, most of these people are on bikes. I'll show you how busy this street used to be. On the left-hand side, there is no one camping. I think this is because a lot of the state workers walk from here. They park here, they walk to work. But since then, in my recording, you can see this whole street is completely empty and there's no cars to be found, and there's all the homeless community that has relocated here apparently. Heading down towards Alhambra. When I was on X Street, it wasn't this bad, primarily because there was only one or two tents. There's a lot of items captured on January 2020. By the end of the year, which was when I went to visit, this street was very, very empty. Traveling westbound on W Street can show how the homeless community congregates by the freeways because they provide shelter from the rain or the sun. Temperatures in Sacramento range from 34 degrees in the winter at night to 110 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer during the day. Because Highway 50 is so vast, many homeless in the area are spread out. At this point, I noticed campaign signage on a homeless person's encampment. It is from District 4's newly elected council member, Katie Valenzuela. Here's what she has to say.
Let's just try it out. Let's just try it out and see what it takes to make this work for everybody, because this is far better than having folks sleeping on the sidewalks and on the streets and in the parks around our communities. This at least will allow people dignity, it will allow people safety, it will allow them to build relationships in the communities that they call home, and that is a far superior option to what we're seeing right now. So I'm excited to stand here with Safe Ground Sacramento, and I hope this is the first of many more.
Sure, many more homeless, that is. Businesses continue to board up either from closing down or as a preventative measure in response to the vandalism that ensues from the unrest. Many homeless often find it cumbersome to squat on private property. This leaves them to camp on public property. However, not many homeless are seen camping near the state's Capitol building or on K Street. K Street used to be one of Sacramento's busiest streets. Since the lockdowns and work from home have become the new way of life, many state workers and professionals from private firms are nowhere to be seen. Many businesses in the area are now suffering from what once was a hotspot for business professionals. Of the few individuals left on K Street, not many of these people are wearing masks or are wearing them properly. Take a look at this police officer on the left not wearing a mask as well. He's just probably checking out my car. I wasn't too sure if this person was homeless or not, but he didn't look too well groomed. Sacramento is known as the farm to fork capital. For what reasons, I do not know. I grew up knowing it as the city of trees, but I guess that related to weed too much. Well, this is North B Street, the way you would take if you wanted to get to Loaves and Fishes. You can see this woman is in a good mood or high as a kite. This area is completely devoid of any real traffic at all. The only cars that pass by are the ones that work around the area or the ones that are delivering food and clothing to the homeless. It is hard for women to be homeless. You can take a look at this woman. She's secluded on the other side of the street by herself. On the right, Loaves and Fishes. On the left, once the epitome of homelessness in Sacramento. In many cases, being homeless is not the issue. It is a symptom. It is often mental illness and or drug abuse that leads to homelessness. Perhaps California needs to work with other countries that have low or controlled rates of homelessness to help this growing issue that pervades the most vulnerable among us. Despite the shortcomings of Sacramento, this is a problem we can still fix for our city. Sacramento is not a megacity like New York City or LA, where there seems to be no hope of bridging the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Our streets are not lined and haunted with the smell of piss everywhere. I'm talking to you, San Francisco. Step it up. Sacramento is a close community that is very active politically, socially, and culturally. While we are diverse in many ways, we have populations all over the political spectrum that can discuss the best ideas in the most efficient and cost-effective ways to serve the community. While homelessness is continuing to grow, hopefully does the compassion as well as the courage to not waste money on unwanted or unproven programs. Solving the homeless crisis will take a good plan, time, money, volunteers, and most importantly, the willingness of the homeless to receive the help they need. If you made it this far, please leave a like on the video to help me get this message out there and Sacramento on the map. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on what you think of the homeless situation in your city is like, or what type of content you want to see. Lastly, please subscribe for more content in the future about homelessness, the student debt crisis, the national debt crisis, economics, money, finance, the mass Californian exodus, and follow-up videos. Thank you.